Therapy Army, where are ya? Therapy Army, where are ya? Manchester United, 3. Arsenal, 1. I owe a massive apology to certified Therapy Army member, Natalie. Big up, Natalie. Big up, Natalie. Big up, Natalie. Big up, Natalie. Natalie. I don't know what's happened there. Welcome to United Real Therapy, people. Big up, Natalie. Natalie predicted it yesterday. There you go. Big up, Natalie. Cheers. Arsenal tears. Inject it into my veins there. Inject it into my veins there. Inject it. Arsenal tears talking about referee this, referee that. Nah, not buying it. At the end of the day, it was a game of 2 halves. Second half, I thought they were a lot better. First half, Man United, mate. I've lost my voice. I've lost my voice shouting out too many Glazers out. But win, lose or draw, Glazers out. The bankers have to go. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Anthony scores and the stadium starts singing, Glazers out, Glazers out, Glazers out. Emotional. Made me emotional in there today, people. Made me Therapy Army. How are we doing? Nuruddin, yesterday you asked me where I was getting the confidence from. When I say 3-0, 3-1 will be the result. Old Trafford is still psychological plot for them. They always get too damn cocky. They always do. They don't know anything about history. They don't know anything about history. They don't. They do not know anything about history. They do not know anything about history. I always tell Arsenal fans, regardless where we are on the table, regardless where they are on the table, regardless that they're 3 years in with their manager, we are in 5 games in, 6 games in with our new manager. Regardless of that, they're coming to OT. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble. But their fans get giddy. Say me, I say. Where are you? Say me, I say. Hey, has anybody seen Say Me, I say? Hey, Samuli, have you seen Say Me, I say? Have you seen any of them? Seen Canova, have you seen Say Me, I say? There he is. Say, you know those tears? You know those tears? Put them in my copper. Those tears about dominate. You can dominate who you want, mate. You know, in the history books, it's going to go Manchester United 3, Arsenal 1. That's what he's going to say. He's not going to say about, oh, Arsenal dominated. But anyway, let's get into the super chat. We dominated, but you're gassed, as you know, you beat a top team. Who's still top? Let's see you at the Emirates. Arteta made mistakes as Pep when he played United. Arteta will learn. Yeah, you admit that. Big up Bumbaye. Bumbaye. Say Miasi is telling us we got dominated and we're gassed because we beat a top team. No, we're not gassed because top team. It's because we beat you. You always listen, Zayn. You have to get this into your head. This might be for the betterment of your children and their grandchildren. Just know.
Let me hit Zayn up, man.
Regardless where we are, when you come to OT, be humble. Be humble.
Zayn, can you feel the pain? Wave after wave attacks. Are you insane? Don't ever talk nonsense again. Know your place. You are our bitches. End of.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Listen, Bumbaye is a poet and I didn't even know it. Listen, reload it for Mundo. Reload it for Mundo, Bumbaye. What did he say? What was your message to saying again?
Nah, man. I can't reload it. It's a one-time deal. I don't want Zayn to do anything dangerous. Me be held liable. Leave him now.
Listen, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, people.
Oh, dear.
You can tell I've lost my voice. I lost my voice. I was there late at the protest.
Good evening.
Good evening. Bumbaye, she says. Alicia Sinkanova. Mundo, are you there? Good evening, Mundo. Mundo, are you there? I think Mundo's sorting out his He's sorting out his mic and other issues. Listen, I'll kick you out and then bring you back in. Kick him out and I'll bring him back in. Hopefully he'll come back properly. But big up everybody. United Real Therapy. Welcome, people. I've lost my voice because we're chanting Glazers out constantly. You can hear it. My voice is gone. It's left me. Right? It's still at the Stretford end. Big up to all United fans. I thought they were the 12th person today. 12th person in that game. Even when he went 1-1, I thought the fans got behind the team. And then you know what? They got a bit too giddy. Arsenal defense, Arsenal fans got a bit too excited. And they started defending halfway line. Marcus Rashford, who makes that from the left-hand side central runs. I'm like, you can't do that. I told you yesterday, people, Therapy Army, if Arsenal do that, it is suicide. And that's what it was. Those runs that Marcus Rashford made, if you play that high line at Old Trafford, meat and drink, mate. But Bumbaye, talk to me about the game. How did you see the game? Let me just get this quickly, super chat. Big up Alfie Chico, he says, saying, by the order of the therapy, Therapy Army, we are called. Listen.
Yes, big up. That's nice.
Say this friend of the channel, Alfie, we've not gone that far yet. We've beat them, but we're not calling for his head. Let's not call for his head. Mundo, are you there? Are you there, Mundo? Hello, Mundo, are you there? That's it. Let me just add him again. Mundo, are you there? Let us know if you're there. Just jump in. Hello? Mundo? Right, he's not there. Anyway, listen. Bumbaye, tell me how you saw the game. Talk to me.
How'd you like my prediction, bro?
Yeah, you said it, to be fair. You and Natalie. Big up.
Yeah, big up Natalie for sure.
Yeah.
How did I see it, man? It was another fantastic day, man. It was classic counter-attack, defended resolutely. First 10 minutes, I was like, wow, this is the opposite of what I expected. Then they started to come into it a little bit more. But I thought, yeah, we defended well. There was good passages of play, man. Another improvement, another big brick in a wall that we're building. I thought today Varane was really good. Diogo Dalot, man, is making a believer out of me. I have to put my hands up, man. Respect. He's getting better every game. Malacia had his struggles today, but he came through that game very well in the end. Bro, tell me about Scott McTominay.
Yeah, today off the ball, he was brilliant today. He was brilliant today.
Fantastic today, man. Everybody was really good today. I don't, it was a
he even
brilliant,
did a little grab back. Did you see the Cruyff left foot Cruyff turn on the ball?
Bro, yeah, Scott, man, look, I don't have a soft spot for this kid. I'm not Scottish. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing to do with anything. But when I've watched him, honestly, I believe in Scott McTominay, and I believe that this guy is a good player. He's not a world-class player, but he's a very good player, a player that we can depend on.
But do you think that he, in a league title winning team, he's going to be in the team in midfield? Do you believe that?
Yeah, I think he will have a big role to play in this team. This is a team game, man. There's going to be people that need a break. There's going to be times. Look, he's played in 2 massive games, and today, I'd say it's either him or Rashford man of the match. Do you know what I mean? That kid was all over it today. And I've been banging on that this guy has these performances in him, but wait till we get a team that is playing well, and then we'll see the better versions of a lot of these players. And I think Scott, 2 things that I think he's a little bit goes amiss with him from a lot of fans is, 1, he is able to take the ball in areas of the pitch where there is not a lot of time and retain the ball and pass it off. And today, I don't know if you noticed, Scott has it in him to fire balls through the opposition midfield into feet. I said it last year. And what I like about him, he's not afraid, bro. He's typical Manchester United youth academy player. He's not asked who he's playing against. He will come and he will put a tackle in and he will play with courage. But that aside, man, I mean, what can I say? Everybody was fantastic today, start to finish. And Anthony, man, Anthony looks like he's gonna excite us. You know, for a debut, get the goal. He looked like he'd been playing there for a little while. So all good signs. All good signs.
The only thing I would say, I actually think that a lot of the times where Arsenal play through us because Scott McTominay is technically not good enough to understand the positioning. He's not a CDM. Scott McTominay is a number 8 box to box, and the way Man United are playing, that's not his best position. But yes, he can fill in. Definitely.
But I think now with the way that we're setting up.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think, but with the way that we've been playing, you know, that guy has been integral to helping that defense. And today you've seen him. You know, for me, it's either him or Rashford. My man of the match today.
I thought Eriksen was incredible today, but anyway, we'll get to that. Tom, welcome. Mundo, welcome. Let's see, say Miasi. Say that goal should have been allowed. Plus, we had Partey out. Let's see you laughing when you come to the Emirates. Say Miasi, you know I got nothing but love for you. But you know those tears, inject it into my veins. One by one tear, inject it into these veins. At the end of the day, when you come to OT, I repeat, regardless where we are on the table, regardless how we're struggling, regardless where you're top of the league or not, just be humble. And you got humbled again today. But big up, Mundo, Tom, how are we doing, guys? How was your day?
Big up.
Yeah,
Yes, boys.
Yeah, what we're saying.
Listen, I'll go to you first, Mundo. Obviously, you watched it on telly. All three of you have. I was in the stadium. How did you see the game? Where was it won? And where was it? It could have been lost, but where was it that we won at the end?
I think the composure of Eriksen and Bruno. I think that's what won us the game, because in those clutch moments, they used their technical ability and their brain to create opportunities out of nothing, and that's what Man United have been missing in the midfield for a long, long time. So you already mentioned Eriksen. For me, we need to wrap that guy in cotton wool, because he is the only player in our squad that can play in that deep position. He's got the speed of thought and mind to play those types of passes. Even the first goal, he played the ball around the corner straight away into Bruno's feet, run the attack. How many times have we watched Man United last season where McTominay and Fred are taking about 10 touches, the game breaks down, and he just makes McTominay look better because he's always in the right position, and he gives McTominay options. So rather than McTominay doing the usual, trying to run up the pitch and lose the ball, get tackled and give away a foul, or kick it out of play, he's now got options now. But not just Eriksen, but the structure. He's always got someone around him where he can play the ball. So I thought McTominay had a very good game. Very, very good game. When you keep things simple for these kind of players, when you don't let them, you just give them a simple job, they can do it. Fergie was a master at that. All these players we had over the years, like Fletcher, these players I mentioned, I think personally are better than McTominay, but even in that team we had, they were limited. When you just simplify the game, you just give them one job, simple job, they can be effective. You don't need to have 11 superstars. And I think now we're starting to see the makings of a team. It's about the collective and not the individual, which is what I think a lot of United fans have been calling for a long time. Under Ollie, we were used to seeing, you know, moments in the game, an individual bit of brilliance. But now, even when Arsenal scored, we were still comfortable. You know, they put us under pressure, but it never felt. It was never panic FC. Normally, there's panic, but everything remained throughout the game. It was the calmness of the team. Even though Arsenal had most of the ball, they put us under long spells of pressure. As watching it, normally I feel nerves. I think, any moment now, someone's going to make a mistake. We're going to crumble. Never felt like that today. So signs are positive. Not going to get carried away. It's one game. There's stiffer tests to come, and also with the Thursday Sunday thing, how is that going to affect us? I don't know. And the one thing I want to end on this point, we're one injury away from Maguire, and you saw what happened when Maguire came on. Bloody hell! Oh my God! That's the only time when I was watching the game I actually panicked when Maguire came on, because he just looked terrible. Like, it's like now that we're actually playing as a team and you see defenders that are actually competent, when he steps on the pitch, it just shows you how ponderous and slow and clumsy he is. So I hope Martinez is not injured. I hope it's just cramp. And if he is injured, then Lindelof's got to come in.
Listen, it was cramp, but one thing we can't shy away from here as well, before we get to Semiasi's super chat. Big up Semiasi, by the way. He's still showing the fight back in his club. Semiasi says, you guys are acting like SCV Wonderly. Listen, actually, Semiasi, it's the other way around. You are coming on here saying we are dark horses. So at the end of the day, you know what? You got to hold that, Semiasi. I love the fact that I love fans like you actually that back their club, right? Because I'm always critical about our football club, the way our structure is, who owns us, but you always back your club. So a big up to you for that one. But we're not, nobody in the United fan base ever thinks we're going to win the league, mate. We're not with these old. So that's rule one, right? So it shows you how little you know the United fans. We're just celebrating because you guys get too giddy. Your whole fan base is giddy FC, and history keeps repeating itself. You come to Old Trafford, you can be doing whatever you want, top of the league or not, you get humbled. So all I'm saying to you is that tonight, I'm going to subscribe you. This is the therapy army. This is the therapy channel. We're going to subscribe you and listen to Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. All right? Be humble. Tom, come back, man. I don't know where you are, but come back. Listen, at the end of the day, it's what it is. Let me take the wiki here. Big up this brother here. He's a big Arsenal fan. He says, the wiki says, we're really frustrated today. We was really frustrated today. Felt we played well, but lacked cohesion between the front three and lacked that cutting edge. Players were getting frustrated by the missed chances and losing their heads. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many chances you guys missed. Towards the end of the game, you had, when it was 3-1, you had a couple of shots in, a couple of volleys, one header here and there. But I thought Man United defended stoutly. And I second everything what Mundo said. Soon as Maguire came on in a stretch for them, we all held our heads like that. We were like, oh my God. And straight away, Jesus wins the ball 30, 40 yards from the goal, drives at him, and he has to bring him down. One of the most interesting things we're going to bring into the stats in a minute, guys, is that in the last 4 games, Manchester United have committed more fouls than the other teams. Now, I don't remember the last time Man United did that. I honestly do not remember the last time Man United did that. So it's about taking our team all of a sudden has become streetwise. In terms of streetwise, meaning that Man United are a team that is going to make sure that it's going to be very hard to beat psychologically and mentally. And again, let me just see fouls. Well, Arsenal committed. Oh, yeah, again, we committed more fouls, 13-9. So let me just give you the percentage of the game. So 39% possession, 61 possession to Arsenal, and then 10 shots on goal. Arsenal had 16 shots on goal. We had 6 on target. They had 3 on target. Corners, it was 2-5. Arsenal had 5 corners. We had 2 corners. The most important thing for me in terms of this team having a grit, digging in, fighting for each other, is 13 fouls to Arsenal's 9. That, to me, is telling me. And you can look at the stats of every other. You can have a look at the stats of every other game in the last 4 games, and you see we are Man United. We are literally committing more fouls, and some of those fouls are tactical fouls. But Bombay, I come to you. I think what Mundo said was telling. I thought man of the match for me was by far Eriksen. That first pass to cut through the lines, I could see that clear that pass was on, and we're all screaming, play it, Bruno. Bruno then takes a really bad touch, yeah? Because that's what he does. He takes a bad touch. The guy then gives a chance the guy to come and slide in. But then one of the biggest things, big up the referee for playing, for keeping the play on. And you could see Man United have overloaded centrally, and then Anthony's out wide. Now, a year ago, Rashford smashes that. Rashford doesn't pass that. On the Ollie, on the Ravani, Rashford smacks that. But the coaching now is overload, create the overload, give the pass one more time. And Anthony, cool, calm, finish. Cool, calm, finish. But talk to me, Bumbaye. In
I
terms of
think
going forward, do you notice that we're committing more fouls? Do you notice that we're disturbing the flow of the game for the other team?
of course, yeah, of course I do. What we're doing at the moment, what won the game today is determination, man, grit, staying in that game. And this game, it's not a surprise how it went, because and if you we were chatting in our group, and I said once we got the second one, I said that's it, we're getting the third. They're gonna come out and they're getting caught. End of. But Eriksen, Bruno, yeah, very good. But what I'm seeing when I'm watching this team, and what is really making me like what I'm watching, is not the fact that we're playing free-flowing football. The first phase of what is Erik Ten Hag's development of this new era seems to be solidity, not conceding chances, standing up to constant pressure. In every game we've played, even the ones where we've, we got away, at Southampton, we defended well. All that work, that resilience there, the dogged stuff is happening to keep us in the game. But what we're doing is we're taking our moments and we are very efficient. We're not creating 10 chances a game. We're creating maybe 3 or 4 and we're bagging them. Today, we didn't create many chances. We started really well, but you have to stay in the game and pick those moments. And this is why I'm talking about Scott McTominay and Varane and Malacia and Dalot primarily, because the way that we're approaching games at the moment, we are playing counter-attack, getting results, staying in games, giving ourselves a chance to win these games is what is going to breed that confidence, man. Is what is going to buy Erik Ten Hag the time to implement that football that we all, looking forward to seeing. So right now, when I'm telling you, for example, Scott McTominay is the man of the match, that work that is being done is the primary that gives Eriksen the opportunity to hit that pass. Because before we're always playing from a goal down. Do you know what I mean? Scoring first changes everything. So one thing as well today that is Mundo is right about is Manchester United. Okay, we went a goal down. It wasn't panic, but I have to say Arsenal were banging on that door. And the first goal, when it came, it was coming. It was coming, that goal. I could feel it coming. But after that goal, I thought, okay, how's it going to look now? And the boys, okay, we were calm, but we are efficient and we are together. All those ingredients synonymous with the great Man United teams are starting to be born into this team. You see the high fives, you see the hugs, the punches, the shoves when someone makes a tackle or a save. All these things, I really like to see them. This is all part of making a solid team, that stockade mentality. He's breathing it. I really like what he's saying in the interviews as well. So for me, the characteristics of the team are really good. I think it's important that we build from the back and then get the play right. That will come. But that's 12 points, man. And we've not given you Erik Ten Hag football yet. It's the lads working their asses off that is making these results happen and giving us the staying in the game to hopefully get an Eriksen pass, a Bruno pass, a Rashford finish, a Sancho finish. Because if that work is not done, these things become, to me, irrelevant. So this is what I'm seeing at the moment. And we're getting the results, we're getting the time. It will come. So far, brilliant.
Big up. Welcome here, fan. Big up, bro. Let me just get these super chats. Alien Tennis was Maguire's first touch was a yellow card. Of course he was. And if he even touched the ball, he was to grab the man. Same says, Nuruddin, last season when you signed Ronaldo and Sancho, you thought you would win the league. And look what happened. Listen, no Man United fan is thinking we're going to win the league, right? We've not been. I was on this channel.
Man, this guy sounds like many people that we know. Get over it. You got popped, man. That's it.
Listen, saying, I said we should not sign Ronaldo. I said that we should have signed 2 midfield players and to help this team. At the end of the day, it's simple. Man United fans, I said it and I always say, under this ownership, Glazers, we're never going to win the league. Fergie won trophies and titles despite of them, not because of them, right? So nobody's getting giddy out here. You and your fan base got a bit too giddy. You won 5 in a row and you thought you were the first team in the world to ever win 5 games in a row. And today, I always say, when you come to OT, look into the history books, you always get humbled. And you got humbled. Now, take that pie, eat it, enjoy it, and then rub it in your face, saying, right, that's what you need to do because you get a bit too good. Irfan, welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been a mad day today. Mad day. Crazy day.
I can imagine you had an early start. I hope everything's
9 o'clock start, man. I got in at 5:30 this morning after the party, 9 o'clock, 9:30 start. And then I had to get all the gear back from the venue last night. And then the game started. So just mad. And then, obviously watching the game was crazy, It's,
how did you see it? How did you see it?
Well, to be honest with you,
I thought we started well. I thought we started really well.
Look, I actually went back and watched the first 10 minutes again, today because I watched it and then I thought I'll go back to it and watch it again just to see. And what it is that obviously we're excited and, it was a magical day when you beat Arsenal, especially when they've had 5-0 and they're giving it. Because what I always do, I always just go to AFTV while the game's on, if I can, if I'm watching at home. And I always get on AFTV and watch. So I watch AFTV when we're losing, when they're losing, and I see what the commentators. So that's how I cheer myself up. So watching them have mind melts on AFTV was made all the joy of not having much sleep last night. It feel a lot better, And so, I mean, and then I thought, okay, and then I just went on because I've been listening to you since you've been on, and then listening to everyone's analysis. And I thought, so, what am I thinking about the game today? Because, look, it's we're all excited. They were excited, they were giddy FC before the game because of the 5 wins. And we're a bit giddy FC at the moment, yeah. But they played into our hands with that high line. They played right into our hands, right? And let's be honest, they're a superior footballing team than we are. Let's be honest about that. They're far superior.
They're 3 years in their process.
Yeah, of course, because they're that far.
Eric Ten Hag is in 6 games.
Yeah, he is. No. Of course. That's the reality of where we are. So. What I would call this win today was a win for resilience FC. That's what he's brought. When you lose 2 games and you especially, I'd forget the first one, the Bright one was bad. But when you get beat 4-0 at half time by Brentford, which
25 minutes, Stefan, 25 minutes.
25 minutes. You can't really get as a professional footballer. I don't think you can get a bigger slap across your face than that. As a professional, doesn't matter what job you've got, whatever it is, you can't get a bigger slap than that. And then to turn it around slowly, because we've been scraping wins. Even this win is not as magnificent as people are going on about it. To me, it was a win because we managed to stay calm and we managed to fight. We've just got a bit of fight, and we're like a team at the moment. It's the first time we've seen, no one is really standing out incredibly well. People are standing out a little bit more today. Like I thought, Eriksen was the man of the match today, but we're a team. Like you said, you made a point about the fouls. And the pressing's there, and the energy togetherness. It's the spirit is the best thing I'm seeing at the moment. It's the togetherness and team spirit is the best thing I'm seeing in this team at the moment. Yeah. But, like I said, on a technical analysis, watching Man United, look, we scored at key times actually when we were under the cosh. We were under cosh twice heavily in that game, right? When I look at the first chance that Odegaard had the first chance where he missed it. It was on his left foot, bang. All had to just place it in, right? Then you look at we weren't lucky with the VAR. That was a push. That was a blame. That was a foul. No, but I always listen to how people have seen it. Half the people are saying no, that wasn't a foul. Honestly, on all the channels, half of them were saying it was. So I'm very happy with the resilience. I'm very happy with the fact that we've got a manager who seems to know what he's doing so far. But I'm not getting excited because it's still so early days in this guy. Because we could have lost this game.
You know what?
This game easily.
Yeah,
Now,
you can
no,
see,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
But looking back at it again now, is that one thing I'm quite impressed by is his game management. I'm very impressed by the way he's changing it, who he's bringing on, what he's doing to try and counteract the game. I'm quite impressed by with Ten Hag at the moment. I didn't like the goal we gave away to goal. The goal we gave away today still showed me that we still got work to do. You know, Varane gives the ball away. He's out of position. Where's Martinez? It's Dallo that tries to make a last-ditch attempt to stop them scoring. So we had a little bit of luck today. I don't know what kind of luck it is, but it was a bit luck. And we were also, the luck was that they were overconfident of beating us. That was our luck as well. So much as I've been reveling in the win, because I must have been on 10 channels after that to see what United fans are saying. I even heard you on the other channel, you know, for the first time in ages, Nuruddin. I could see how emotional you were. And this was a big win.
I was drained.
It was a very big win.
Drained.
I was listening. For me, it was a major day because Pakistan beat India as well today in the cricket in the semi-final of the Asia Cup. So it was a major good day for me. But I just hope that all the players can calm down, get their grips together and say, okay, we won. You know, we won against a team that actually, tell you the truth, they're mentally not that strong. Even though they've come back 4 or 5 times from losing a goal and still coming ahead and winning, that will have broken them a little bit. They've got to go back to the drawing board and thinking, if we'd have lost, I don't know what it would have done for our psyche, how we would have taken it. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah. I'm enjoying the fact that we won, but I don't really know what it means in terms of United's growth. But I can see a team spirit developing, which is my number one thing. I repeat, that's what I'm seeing at the moment.
I just want to get the super chats. Big up Alfie Chicos. A round of applause for McTominay. Yeah. Now, definitely, McTominay to me today, I didn't see him once give the ball away. I did see him take the yellow card and tactical foul when he miscontrolled the ball.
He's still clumsy, though, and he's still clumsy. Still clumsy.
Yeah, listen, of course he is. Listen, because that's not his natural position, Irfan. Yeah. That's not his natural position. He's a box-to-box number 8 with more attacking emphasis outside, having shots outside the box. But definitely, big up Vaz. Vaz says, my uncle, Mr. Structure, a.k.a. Giddy FC, you have to send me the StreamYard link quickly. Let me drop some energy quick. Listen, if you're on Twitter, get at me on Twitter and I'll send you the link if you want to come on. Big up Vaz. Oh God. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Man United, for me, the resilience you talked about, Irfan, the biggest thing for me was that the calmness. And Mundo, we noticed it when they're in the stadium. Arsenal had a lot of the play and had dangerous positions. I thought Martinelli at times had Diego Dalot on toast, but he stuck to the task. And I thought at the end he came out on top because Arsenal were not switching the ball to him as much as they could. I thought the substitutions were really strange, bringing 4 players on, and that disturbed their rhythm of their play. That really disturbed their rhythm of the play when it was 2-1, because I thought they could make a chance, maybe go 2-2. But everything you said, Irfan, it's the grit, determination, it's the togetherness, which is super alien to us. For 6 years, we've just seen Moments FC, now and again plays. Now everybody's running. There are people who are on the pitch that are cramping, literally cramp all over their legs. So that's what it is. But just get to
look at the percentage. You know, they had 70% possession, 70% at Old Trafford. So I mean, so we've got to think that if we're the home team, we can't be having 30% possession. But this is where we're at the moment. This is where we're at. We're playing counter-attacking football because we can't do anything else at the moment. So he's smart enough to see that. He's smart enough to see that.
I said it. Him realizing, Ten Hag realizing, is that it's called self-preservation, people. He did not want to get sacked, try to play this expansive football with his football team. Yeah. He did not want to do that because he's seen what happened at Brentford, see what happened at Brighton. And what he's done is realize the core of this team, what their strengths are. Their strengths are counter-attacking play and building a team unity and team spirit, which will take you a long way. But let me just get this from Semiassi. Okay, fair play. United won. They deserved it. You might have won the battle, but you've not won the ball. That, Semiassi, is the most sensible.
It's a nice comment.
It's the most sensible comment you said. So, guys, come on, give say that.
Someone's just giving him some sort of what do you call it? Humble baklava. That's what someone's just giving him. Yeah.
No. We don't want to tease him. Semiassi, that is what you did. Listen. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. There's nearly 200 of you in here. Become part of the community. When the road to 10K, people. Like I said, I've lost my voice. I'm not seeing an atmosphere like that for a long, long time at Old Trafford. And what I loved about the fans today, when we went 1-1, we picked the players up. Everybody, I don't know if you can hear it through the stadium, but Man United fans were like, United, just saying, getting them up. And the players responded. And I told you yesterday, Irfan was here. Were you here yesterday, Irfan? No, you weren't. No. Mumbai, I don't know who was here yesterday, but I told them if Arsenal play, Tom was here. If Arsenal play high line and Marcus Rashford is on the left and still on the pitch, that's meat and drink for him. And I'm so happy that he took the passes, he took his goals well. That's the second time. Yeah, sorry, that's the first time in 6 years since he made his debut that he scored against Arsenal. I repeat for people, yeah. Marcus Rashford came as an 18-year-old in his debut at Old Trafford, scored 2 goals. 6 years later, he's done it again, 2 goals against Arsenal at the Stretford end as well. Both of them goals. So at the end of the day, it took him 6 years to get those goals. But I thought the pass for Anthony was brilliant because a year ago, Rashford shoots. A Rashford that's listening to Eric Ten Hag instructions passes it one more. And that was a difference. And what I loved about it, Eriksen returned that favor to him. Eriksen returned the favor to him and said, go on, Marcus, tap it in because I can score. You are the guy. We're going to rely on you this season. You're going to have to score. So that, to me, I thought was brilliant. But big up to everybody. Honestly, big up everybody in the chat. Big up all the listeners. At the end of the day, listen, it's a win. It's a win for a team that has got a fragile kind of mentality. The core of our team's still there. And he's tried to change it. And this is a journey with Ten Hag. We always said, give us something. A manager that comes in, give us something to get behind. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not getting giddy. I'm just telling you how it is. The synergy between the team and the fans and the anti-Glazer protest is all in one. Because as soon as Anthony scored, the loudest cheers were Glazers out, Glazers out, Glazers out. But it is what it is. We don't know how long where it's going to take us. I think we're going to lose games this season. We're going to have setbacks. So you need to prepare yourself, United fans. It's going to be a topsy-turvy season. And it's going to be very interesting to see what team he puts out on Thursday because I doubt it. A lot of those guys will play. I won't play Martinez. I won't play. To me, maybe Varane might be able to play. We'll change him at halftime. But a lot of our forwards, Anthony have to get a chance. Fred has to come on the pitch, get a chance.
It'll be the B team, Nori. It'll be the B team. It'll be Maguire and Lindelof. It'll be all them lot again. It'll be all them. Yeah. It has to be.
So,
Can't be anything else.
Listen, it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Even though he's not played because he's been on strike, I thought he took his goal well. I thought he took the goal well. Like I said, I always said to you about this young player, he's got the whole pressure on him. And to start the game with that beautiful finish that was basically put on the plate for him was a brilliant. I don't know about kissing the badge because he was doing the Ajax and then he went on strike. So kissing the badge bit, I wore this today just to welcome him. That's why I wore this. And I was thinking he's going to score. He's going to do something today, but it looks like it happened. We'll go back to you, Mundo. Mundo, in terms of where we are with Eric Ten Hag's philosophy and blueprint, is there things that you saw in the game today and the game against Liverpool that's pleasing you in terms of the way we attack and the calmness which we play with?
Yeah, definitely. And the thing that I noticed in that first 10 minutes, there was a passage of play where we kept the ball really, really well. I think it was on the left-hand side. It was Eriksen, Bruno, McTominay, even Rashford all got involved. We kept the ball really, really well. And I thought, this is good. It only lasted 10 minutes. But I think what the point I'm looking at is 3-4 months down the line. Where are we then? If we're not seeing better football, then I'll start to be concerned. But that 10 minutes gave me a bit of a glimmer of what we could get in the future once Ten Hag starts to embed his philosophy, etc., etc. But the one thing that I'm still waiting for is if we go a goal down, because we haven't been behind yet in a game. And that will show where we're at, because previously where we've been a goal down, other than that behind closed door season, where we had about 7 or 8 comebacks on the road when we were goal down, we normally crumble. We normally go down and end up losing by 3 or 4. So that's what I'm waiting for, to see. We're talking about resilience, but it's easier to defend the lead than it is to come back from being a goal down. So that's what I'm waiting to see. The other thing as well is, I don't think we're going to fully see Ten Hag football until we sort 2 problem positions out: centre forward and goalkeeper. I was surprised by Ramsdale today. I didn't realise how good he was with his feet. His passing out from the back was phenomenal. Like, he's a very, very underrated goalkeeper. Like, the way that Arsenal play, they split the centre halves. He's able to clip the ball over the top to the full backs, play it into midfield. He's so accomplished with the ball at his feet. And then you look at our goalkeeper, and we have to go long. You're never going to get Ten Hag football until we get a goalkeeper who can pass the ball. Yep. So I'm not getting carried away. I don't think we're going to fully see it until we get a better goalkeeper. And also, you need a centre forward. Like, Jesus was very, very good at holding the ball up, creating space for the 2 wide players by moving our defenders around. That's what we lack as well. We lack that focal point, and we lack a goalkeeper. But once we get those 2 players, then I think next season, I think that's when, if we have a good transfer window in the summer and we get those 2 positions sorted, at that point, that's when I'm expecting to see proper Ten Hag football.
You know what? I'm gonna actually go one more, Mundo, and say we need a midfielder as well, a ball-playing midfielder that's quite intelligent defensively. Listen, at the moment, let's give it to him the way he's at. At the end of the day, Scott McTominay is really good and is playing well at the moment, but that's not his position. Scott McTominay is not the position for us to be playing in a very defensive way. And for me, I think we need somebody better on the ball than him.
Frankie de Jong, his name is Nuruddin. That's his name. His name is Frankie de Jong. That's his name.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be. But anyway, big up to the Arsenal brothers. Saying we have them. HK Music says when Martial is fit, it will help a lot. Yeah, definitely, he will help.
It will, yeah.
Tom, listen, Tom. I know you're in Spain. I know you've been having a nightmare with your laptop and everything else. So take it away. How did you see the game? We've heard from everybody how they saw the game. Where did you think we won it? Where could you thought we might have lost it? But what did you think of the game? People, there's over 200 of you here now. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And please become part of the community. We're on the road to 10K. Peace. Take care. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I saw the game as I think a lot of people saw it. I thought, to be fair, if I'm being real, I thought first maybe 5-10 minutes, I thought it was a bit shaky. I'm not going to lie. We weren't really, I didn't really see a lot of control or calmness in the game. Probably up to that point. And then we got our foothold in the game, should we say. We got a hold of the ball a bit more and everything. And we started playing the patterns and stuff for Eriksen, popping up around the field and everything, you know, like he used to do a couple of years ago for Spurs, you know, in brilliant seasons that he had with them. And even in that 6 months with Brentford, picking up in the areas and the pockets and progressing the ball forwards to the attacking players. Obviously, I think him and Fernandes are building up a good understanding of each other, if I am being fair in saying that. And I think McTominay, in the end, yeah, it's a case of coaching in many cases. I don't really think he has been properly coached. I will be real and fair in saying that. And I think he's going to get that now. So we are going to see if he can keep the consistency of the form that he's showing. But obviously the jury's still out. But I think one of the big points for me that I like anyway is I look at the back four and I think, yeah, it's like team, it's unity. You're actually seeing 4 players that are together, whereas last season we saw players like Shaw, Maguire. You know, you get injuries, then you have some players like Varane coming in, Delo, Wan-Bissaka. These players, I saw them as playing for themselves or just a spot in the team. Now we're seeing people who are actually wanting to play together as a team, and we're building something from the back. And as people are saying everything, what's your first line of defence in many cases is what? From the front and from the attack. And we're trying to press teams now. We're trying to get up in the front of the field. But let's not get giddy and let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yes, we've bought an £85 million player and he's shone for a couple of moments in the game while he was on. Yeah, Anthony, brilliant player. We still need to see the development and the progression of him. We see it with players like Rashford and stuff. It was almost as if he rolled back the years of that debut against Arsenal with the 2 goals. Brilliant, lightning quick, in behind. All had majority of the players on strings, albeit it was when he was running through the channels and you play the ball in behind. But that's his strength, counter-attacking football. Ollie proved that. So we know with some of these players, if you play on the counter-attack, they can actually progress and they can actually advance up the field. But listen, you get some of these players in there. I'm seeing it now where I think Ten Hag trusts some of the players, and I think they trust him. And I think that trust has been brought back in the dressing room because it was lost with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It was lost with Ralph Ragnick. And yet Ten Hag's brought in, warriors. He's brought in hard and shield players, the likes of your Martinez's, who is that wildfire character that we haven't seen probably since Nemanja Vidic was at the football club in defence. Malacia, honestly, breath of fresh air. £15 million. My God, I've never seen a kid so desirable to get into a tackle and actually defend. And these people, they look like they enjoy it. They look like they enjoy playing football again. And as fans, yeah, we are enjoying moments of what we're seeing. But like we say with Arsenal, you've got to give them the performance-wise. Arsenal, I thought, performed. They did show up. And listen, this is our competitor. But the only thing that we can take really from the game is the unity is still there. We've got the 4 winning run, so we can keep the points going, and we've got to keep the momentum going until we go Sociedad, obviously, on Thursday. But we need to see more. We need to see a progression. We need to still keep seeing the development and the ideas of the team. And Ten Hag's trying to bring that together, but he's not going to do it in one window. Yeah, he's a coach. People might say he's mini Pep. He's not a magician. It took Pep 2 years to work this league out and get the players in that he needed to play the football that he needed to play. Ten Hag's just doing it. Maguire and Shaw, they're the past. I look at players like Malacia, Martinez. These are the future who are going to take us forward, along with the other players that are already here.
Can't hear you, Mr. Structure.
Listen, man, that needs no introduction. Mr. Vaz himself. Let me just get this because I think Genius says it. Guys, we're only 6 games into Erik Ten Hag's reign. Feet on the ground. The lads dying well to turn around so much so quickly. I haven't forgotten last season, and this is the biggest thing. But Vaz, he doesn't need any instruction, this guy. He's the original Giddy FC, Man UFC, right? So he kept telling me about me going on about the price, the pressure that's going to be on Joga Benito, as you say it. Vaz, talk to me where the scenes were. How have you still in one piece to me when your boy Joga Benito scored that goal? I don't know what. I don't honestly. I'm just quite surprised that you're in one piece still.
Listen, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you clearly, loud and clear.
Listen, I can't keep doing this. This is not good for my health. I feel dizzy after every time Rashford scores. My voice is gone. Anthony scored the first goal, and my boy next to me had to hold me up. I wanted to collapse. Listen, this is what Manchester United is about. Finally, I look forward to going to Old Trafford. And you know what, Mr. Structure, you were right. Straight after the goal, it wasn't even 10 seconds, Glazers out chant. And I got right behind that as well. Big up to you. Big up to your community. You've been educating the people from day one. You've been keeping them focused. We're following the path now. We're not getting carried away when player comes in. We're not getting carried away when someone scores. We're still on it. But boy, the feeling of being in Old Trafford again, the feeling of the desire, the hunger, the goal, the mentality, this is what it's about. And I know you keep saying, don't be giddy, but at some point, you must get giddy. At some point, you have to get giddy, Mr.
Listen to me. When the Glazers leave, I will be getting fully giddy FC.
By that time, Mr. Structure, by the time the Glazers go, I will not have any hair left. I will not have any hair left.
It's because of the Glazers I don't have any hair left. Trust me.
Look. When it's time, when they will sell, we'll keep being on their neck. We'll keep chanting. We'll keep protesting outside the megastore like they did as well today. I was there outside the megastore protesting. We'll keep on it. But concentrating on the football, I'll tell you one thing. as the dust settles, there's something that we need to consider. We can't sustain this type of football.
Yeah.
It is not sustainable.
Yeah.
We're killing teams off, great. Counter-attacking football is great, but it is not sustainable.
Yeah.
That second half, my heart was pounding so hard because they were really honest. And we are one injury, one mistake,
Yeah.
one counter-attack, one press away from losing a game. Straight up. Obviously, I feel like, in all honesty, we're relying too much on Martinez, Varane, and Malacia. Too much. Every game they're playing 150%. You can tell they're overworked. By the time the game is done, the poor boys are finished. I'm glad he took Martinez off. I'm really, really glad. I have so much respect for Malacia because this kid has just come in. He, for me, is the transfer of the year. Absolutely. Ericsson is great for us, but that kid is a steal, is an absolute steal for 15 million. The way he plays is ridiculous. He's just pocketed Salah and he's just pocketed Saka, one of the best talents in the world and one of the best footballers in the world. And he's just pocketing them back to back. We are doing something really good here. I saw some mistakes from Casemiro today. I was not happy. Rashford, I'm still not happy. I know he's got 2 goals and an assist, which is brilliant because he was involved with every goal. But imagine if he did things better, the things that he did wrong. Imagine he was actually doing things better off the ball. Ronaldo seems like he's accepted his place.
Yeah,
I feel like he's accepted that I'm not starter Ronaldo anymore. I am a bench Ronaldo. I will come on, but you know what? I will give my 100% because he was running, and this is what it's about. Ten Hag said in his interview.
Listen, Vance, I want to ask you a question because I think
Sure.
maybe those people who watched it on TV, what do you think of the fans' reaction as soon as they went 1-1, as soon as they equalized? I thought the fans' reaction got the team, give the team an energy. I've not seen that in a long, long time. The synergy between this team, we know their mentality. Obviously, from last season, we still got PTSD. But I thought the way the fans went, come on, United, as soon as we conceded, I thought that was telling. And I thought, yes, I 100% agree. Counter-attacking all the time is not sustainable because there'll be games where we go 1-0 behind and we can't just think we need to. There are times where we need to overcommit and other teams will counter-attack us. But what do you think of the fan base today and the atmosphere in there?
You know what? It was very surprising. Normally last season, we'd get pissed off. People would start shouting and swearing at the players, but we didn't. We didn't. What we saw instantly, Ten Hag make a change in tactics. We trusted the players. It's very weird because we're not used to that. What we're used to is Maguire, Shaw, you've messed up, McFred, you fucking cost us the goal, all this. But guess what? Today, the fans actually said, no, we can dig ourselves out of this. There's quality there. And most importantly, the manager knows what he's doing. And that's exactly what he showed. The substitutions were perfect. The change of tactics were perfect. The trust in Rashford. For him to have that trust in Rashford, and you could see Mr. Structure after Rashford scored, he was looking up to the heavens, and he needs that. He needed this today desperately. And I think the fan base are slowly but surely trusting the manager and trusting the process, because you can feel like that, there's a bit of concern that, will Ten Hag be able to compete with Klopp, a Champions League, Premier League club? Will he be able to cope with Mikel Arteta 3 seasons in? Will he? Well, guess what? There you go. It's now believing that, guess what? If we concede a goal, we're still okay. We're in the game. Teams will now fear us coming to Old Trafford, which is the most important thing.
I think that's the biggest thing, I think. But I'll go back to Pumbaye. I think going forward, I think what we have to look for in this Pumbaye is that we got a solid defensive position to work from. But I think I 100% agree what Bas said. Bas said you can't, because they're playing out of their skins all of the time. All of it is fight. It's 100 miles an hour. And it's going to take their toll. We've got Maguire. We've got Lindesoft. And it's going to be time where they're going to have to get played. But I just want this to continue. Like, again, I didn't see any fingers pointing. When I was in the stadium, you see Ronaldo, to be fair to him. You know what? Obviously, we understand that he's not at his height, at his powers. But when we're conceding, when we were getting the ball back to the halfway line, Ronaldo's looking at every player like that. He's pointing at them saying, come on, come on, come on. And for what is worth, he did give everything in that half. He did give everything. I thought, for me, Ericsson was brilliant, but like I said, McTominay, it was a tight unity. But there were times I didn't see De Gea make that many saves for all that possession Arsenal had. They were dangerous. They put dangerous balls in, but I didn't see them. But in terms of the people on the bench, what do you think is going to happen, Bumbaye? Because unfortunately, Vaz says, can we compete with these big teams? I don't think we can under this ownership. I genuinely can't. That's why they have to go. But in terms of Lindelof and Maguire, slow coach Maguire, a double-decker turning Maguire, coming back into the team, what do you think?
I think everyone's generally on the same wavelength. What's been missing from the club is a unity between the fans, amongst the players. Just feels like a happy place now. I think all those things you associate with a team that are not silky and sexy and flary, but are essential, which is what a lot of our previous teams and the ethos and the culture of this club is based on. You're starting to see it. So everybody is generally in the same camp. You know, what a difference just 4 games makes. This is football. This is how it goes. And I think there's going to be, in this process, and Erik Ten Hag said it himself. He says, you know, yeah, we enjoy this victory. Of course we do. We've just took out a very good team. They are a very, very good side, man. They're a very exciting, dynamic team. They play really good football. But, you know, we stood up and we did what we've been doing. And right now, you're getting points on the board. You can't go and play Erik Ten Hag football and be expansive and stuff if you don't have solid foundations. You need that. That comes from a good defense. You know what I mean? That comes from a team spirit, man. All these things that are traditionally associated with English football that you need, man. And we're starting to build them. And, you know, the fans' reactions, all this, everybody's buying into it. And everybody has to buy into it. And if you don't get results and, you know, he goes out and he plays his stuff, whatever, end of the day, a result, 3 points changes the mood. You know, it's the most important thing is the 3 points. The idea is to get the 3 points, playing beautiful football. Right now as well, yeah, players are not going to be perfect because the players, you know, it's a process. We're going to lose some games. We might have some bad performances, some unexpected ones. This is all part of a process. But the feel of Man United in just 4 games is different. And you guys that go to the stadium are saying it. We're watching it on TV and we're feeling it and seeing it. So this is vital so that the players trust the manager and trust the process. Because if they don't do that and they're putting these hard yards in, like, you know, we're saying, and then you're coming away with nothing, it's very difficult and it can jeopardize your belief in that process. But the hard yards are paying off, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, the players will feel that energy and feel the difference about the place. And Klopp, in his first ever press conference, he spoke about exactly this kind of thing. You know, I never forgot what he said. He goes, the players now, they have to get a different feel. The fans have to believe that we can do these things. And I think even with this ownership, man, you know, this ownership is no good, but with the right manager, with the right team, with the right culture back in the club, we can go places. We can go places. And I think the people on the bench, I think the team now, we all pick, the back four's picking itself right now. There are certain, you know, Rashford, he's in, Sancho's in, Anthony, you know, welcome addition. Ronaldo, as Faz says, is starting to accept the realities, but he will have a role to play on and off that pitch. And the Europa League is a really good thing to be in, to say to these players, look, it is a World Cup year. You know, some of you are high-profile players, but you see, that's 4 in 4. You know, shine. Make my decision difficult. And this is your opportunity Thursday nights to do that, because our B team consists of not donkeys. You know, Wan-Bissaka is a very good player, in a defensive aspect. Can he improve with some coaching? I've not discounted these players yet. I'm not ready to just flog them and sack them off. No, you know me. I'm a big fan of Wan-Bissaka. I don't think he's as bad. Maguire as well. You know, this is a World Cup year. Luke Shaw is not a bad player, but are you up for it? Martial, can you get into this team? Donny van der Beek is another one. Do you know what I mean? So these players have something to play for, bro.
Listen, the standards are clear.
Standards are there. So the B team, bro, is full of good players as well. And their job is to push that first team, as well, and try and break in. So it's a very good dynamic that we've got. And I'm really happy with today, man. I think it was a brilliant performance. Classic counter-attack. We played to our strengths. When the second goal went in, I said to you straight away, the third's coming. That's it. It's coming. Third goal will come. And it did. And it was perfect. And right now, we're ruthless, we're efficient, and we're resilient. Very, very good attributes. That buys us time to implement that style of play whilst gaining points, gaining confidence. So everything is moving. All the ships are sailing in the same direction. And it's great. With that, though, long may it continue. And with that, bro, listen, I'm going to have to head off, guys.
Love. Peace.
Nice to meet you, Faz. I've watched you, man, on that fan view. Keep it up. Boys, nice talking to you. And my man of the match today is shared between Rashford and McTominay.
Fair enough. Listen, the only thing I didn't agree with was about these owners. We're not doing anything with any manager with these owners. These owners needs to go. Win, lose or draw, they need to go. But big up to Bumbaye, always ever the positive, the optimist, and he's not giving up on the likes of Maguire, Shaw, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But I'm gonna come to you, Irfan. Yo, big up, bro.
Take care, boys.
Big up, love. Let me just big up Indiana, my boy Indiana. First XI says, big up the panel. 3 points. Glazers out. Arsenal are back. we have now replaced Ronaldo. Big up, bro. We'll get into the spaces with that. But big up to every one of you in the chat. It's almost over 200 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you become part of the community, people. Therapy Army, where are you? Last be having you. Say me is back. I think some Arsenal players are too soft. When we let our heads drop, they should have been sent to the boot camp. Let's do the SAS course for a month. Yo, whatever it means to get your boys up. I thought on the whole, some of them played decent today, but we just wanted it more. And sometimes, you know what, you can have the tactics, you can have the possession. It's about wanting it more. And Man United just wanted it more, honestly, say me, I see. And that's what happened. But thank you so much for the super chat. Big up, Alicia. Irfan, I'll come back to you. Looking forward, is the standards now being set for these players? Is the players, the B team, as you call them, the guys on the bench? Because we can't over-rely on, as Vas says, we can't over-rely on too much on these players to be giving that much input, sweat, blood and tears every game, especially in the back five.
It should do. It should give them a kick up the side. It should, they should be fighting for the places. They should be playing in the Europa League game and really okay, I'm going to show the boss. That's what it should do. But I don't know whether it will, because like I said, the B team is the one that's more damaged than this one. It's got people who suffered big losses. So I just don't know. But like I said, it should, invigorate them. But I just don't know. But I'm I want to see what they're going to do, because hopefully Martial is he going to be fit for this game or not?
Achilles, fan. I don't know if you remember when you used to play football. Achilles is one of the most niggling injuries. 1 minute he's fine, somebody then kicks it, and then it flares up, and it's hard for you to even when you're supposed to be on your toes, you're gonna be on your heels, and you're gonna be missing a lot. So it takes time. I just hope the same way that he designed as kind of a training regime for Varane, he has to do that for Rashford as well. I know for certain 100% people, I know people who work at the football club, the Glazers do not just only invest in the infrastructure, they don't invest in certain areas like injury and rehab department. And Ten Hag needs more help in that, because our injury and rehab needs to improve dramatically for us to be able to keep up with this style of pace and play that he wants us to do.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's going to be interesting because, like, you know, you said he's going to change most of the team, and I think he's going to change 8, 9 of the players at least. The guys do need a rest, but like I said, it should really get a performance out of these guys. But I just don't know. Like I said, I don't know how it's going to go with these guys. You know, I really don't know. I hope it makes some of them, like, you know, change gear and really start showing Ten Hag that, look, you know, I should be fighting for a place. I should be at least getting a game of sub sector in it for, like, with the first team. But you just don't know. You just don't know with this lot. You just don't know.
But I'll stay with you. I'll stay with you on this point. Obviously, we need to end the show. So, last comment on the win today and so far the season, bro. What do you think as we start the Europa League? Obviously on Thursday.
Well, it's been a mad 6 games, hasn't it? It's crazy. I mean, like, to think we lost the first 2, the second one so badly. And because I remember I said to you, so where's the new manager bounce? And I think we're actually getting it now. I think we're getting, after 2 losses, we're getting the new coach bounce. But like, today is the day I was most impressed with Ten Hag again. You know, because even after the game was won, he was still saying, "Look, we need to improve here. We need to get this right, that right." Going on about technical points. Because I saw a little interview where Hasselbank, Paul Merson, and Roy Keane were interviewing him. I saw that on Sky. And it was interesting to hear what he was saying. So he knows we're a long way away. He knows we got a long he knows we got a long way to go in terms of building his team. But his decisions seem to be making sense to me, which is what I'm most happy about at the moment.
Yeah. Listen, I'll go to Mundo quickly, but I just want to give some context to that. There's a guy called Mike Keegan. He's a journalist, and he says that it's going to take 3.75 billion to price the Glazers away from owning this football club. I mean, even if it's propaganda, it's not true. Inject that type of propaganda into my veins. I don't care how they do. I don't care how much they sell for. They need to go. They need to go. Mundo, I'll come to you on the victory today and then going forward.
Yeah, as I said before, I think that it's a solid platform. I like what I've seen so far. As Irfan was saying, Ten Hag was saying all the right things on a tactical and technical point of view. I agree with him 100%, and I'm positive that he's working on that in the training ground. One point, because we mentioned the Europa League, that defence that's likely to start in the Europa League is £200 million, and that up until this season was our first choice back four. And I'm so happy that we're no longer relying on Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, and Wan-Bissaka as our back four. And that in itself is a microcosm, is a snapshot of how badly this club has been run. That we've got £200 million worth of defensive talent as our B team. And when I say 200 million, if I said that to any other fan, they would think I'd be talking about Maldini and Baresi. We're talking about 4 very limited footballers who we're praying that none of our current back four get injured, because we don't want any one of those players anywhere near our first team, right? In terms of the Premier League and important games. Europa League, yeah, let them go to Ostrava, let them go to far, Eastern Europe and all the rest of it. But Saturdays and Sundays or whatever at Old Trafford or any Premiership ground, they should not be playing. But moving forward, as Irfan said as well, these guys are playing at 150%, and that's the only thing I'm just worried. Midfield and forward positions, not so much, but defence, I'm just thinking we're one injury away from a Maguire, and that changes the dynamic of the team. That one player can change the entire dynamic of that team. We saw it today, this afternoon, that when he came on for Martinez, all of a sudden we're starting to look jittery at the back, and he gets booked, and he's cumbersome, and he's fouling, and he's slow, and he turns like a bus. So, and we've got some big games coming up. We've got City coming up. Palace away is not an easy game. On Saturday, we've got City coming up as well after the international break. So, yeah, let's just hope that those players remain fit. There's a reason why our manager's playing the same 11 pretty much every week, because those 11 players, not just for consistency, but they're the ones, I think they're the 11 he trusts, he properly trusts. The others, not so much.
Vaz, you got the last word on the show, bro. You got the last word on the show. People, please also, Vaz, at the end of your comments, please shout out your channel and your Twitter handle as well, so people can follow you, bro. But listen, as you said, as you identified, it is unsustainable, whether we like it or not. Genuinely, it is unsustainable, because the way that we're defending and the way these players are playing is going to be very hard. Do you think our B team, those guys who are worth 200 million, are up to the job to be able to say, I need to fight for that shirt to get back in that team?
They have no choice but to. They have no choice but to. I think next window we'll see some of these players getting cut if they don't start performing in the likes of cup games and Europa games. Luke Shaw being one of them, he needs to start thinking about his career. Harry Maguire needs to start thinking about his career. Wan-Bissaka needs to be thinking about his career. Look, they still have years to play. And where does those three players, particularly, where do they go after Manchester United, after the performance they've been watching now from the bench? Where do you go? Teams are watching you. You're on the bench. And look at our back line, what happened when we take them out. You can see a clear improvement in Dalot. You can see a clear improvement in McTominay, and that is what football is about. When you're making improvement and you're proving that you can play that position and you can play to the level that the manager wants, you will play. Clearly, they are not being able to do that. The manager's starting lineup says everything you need to know about the players, who his favorites are, who are training hard, who's what. You can see Casemiro's not up to it yet. You can just clearly see. And Ten Hag is capable enough to make those decisions. We might sit here and think, wow, why is he picking McTominay over Casemiro? But there you see it for yourself. Right now, I'm really starting to believe and trust in Ten Hag. These players, I think, come playing Real Sociedad, I have a feeling we are going to see Maguire and some of the others who've been holding bench a lot, because we need to give certain of our players rest. Honestly, I'm getting a bit scared when I'm seeing Martinez getting subbed off and he's on the floor. I'm getting a bit scared when Varane's having to do a bit extra, too much tackling. When we know McTominay, he's just bulletproof, innit? He don't care. He'll fight all day long. But certain of my players, I need to protect them. So I'll see what happens. But overall, those bench players really need to start doing something. I don't want a huge drop in level. When we swap Martinez for Maguire, everybody's hearts were in their mouth. They were like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Or is he going to do something? He got booked as well. We don't know what is he going to make a clearance? Is he going to turn whatever? So he needs to do something. And just like we always kept saying about Ronaldo, Maguire's the type of player that we need to change the system for him. We need to play 3 at the back if we're really going to play Maguire. We do. So is it time for us to let Maguire go? 100%. I think this season he just needs to see it through, and we need to be filtering players out 100%. 100%. Sorry, you're on mute again.
Let them know where people can find you again, bro.
My channel is called United Real Therapy. That's my channel. My channel is Mr. Structure. That's it. You can find me Planet Faz. I'm everywhere. But yeah, this is the channel to be. Not my channel.
No, but what's your channel? Let the people know.
Mine is Planet Faz. You just type in Planet Faz anywhere, everywhere, and it's all the same. But
100% people, listen, check him out. Planet Vaz on Twitter as well. You can find him across all of the. I think you're even on Instagram. I'm too old for Instagram. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing on Instagram. But Irfan, listen, Irfan, you can find Irfan Rainey at Irfan Rainey Music on Instagram. And then a bit of politics on Twitter, a little bit of football. Martin Mundo, hopefully one of these days is going to start tweeting about football, but you can definitely find him on his channel.
On this channel.
I'm happy to return the favor, so just let me know when, brother.
Yeah, for sure, anytime.
Yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. We end with this. Noah, big up my East African people. By the way, big up to the 2 East African people as well from, I think where are they from? They're from a city I forgot in the US. And they were there. That was their first game today. So big them up today. He said, Noah says, hey, Don Robbie, troops, and every single one of your fan base, don't chat out to us. Have some of that. Take your time with it. Arsenal in the mud. And you know what? It is what it is. But genuinely, it is what it is. And I'll finish up with Windy. So the only reason what we got players at the end is because Bruno Rashford, Varane, Rummen went to Arnold and Murta demanding players. Ten Hag wasn't getting more players without that. It's shameful. Of course, it's shameful.
Yeah, but is that true what Wendy's saying?
Yeah, listen, senior players apparently, according to reports, a lot of the players went to the board and said, this manager needs backing. So big up Super Nick as well. Listen, again, Arteta, to me, he cost his team the points today because he went too giddy too early. You see what I'm talking about, Vas? When you go too giddy, it can cost you. And he went a bit too giddy thinking he could win that game today because Man United were on the back foot and they went for the taking. He did not understand this Man United team. It's not the Man United team that they played against last season at the Emirates. This team...
Ten Hag popped off Arteta's Lego head. That's what happened today. The Lego head fell off.
It is what it is. But anyway, big up to every one of you. You know what we always say in it? Win, you lose, you draw, Glazers out, bankers out. But Nicky says Arteta ran out of ideas when he needed them. Eric Ten Hag showed he can make something out of this squad where others have failed. Glazers out.
So far. It's only showing so far.
So far, listen.
At the end of the season, we'll see at the end of the season. We'll see.
At the end of the day, for me, it was self-preservation. He realized the football he wanted to play without Martial being in the team is going to be very difficult. So he realized the core of this team can play counter-attacking football. We need to be defensively solid. And if you really know anything about Ten Hag, you know his teams don't really concede many goals. They don't. And that's what he's known for as well. But big up.
Is that the case with Ajax as well? Was that the case with Ajax?
Ajax don't concede that many goals. You look at the Champions League record, they don't concede that many goals, Irvan. His teams always have a strong base, which they can play. So it's going to be very interesting. But make sure, Planet Vaz people, the brother is come on, happy to return the favor, King, anytime. Let us know. Irfan, Mundo, you can catch them on here. Catch both of them on Twitter as well. And you know, I'm your host, that guy Red Devil, innit? I don't even know the banner's there, but there it is at the end of the show. Love, light, people. Bankers out, Glazers out. Win, lose, or draw. Always the same. And Mike Keegan, I don't know if you're chatting a lot of rubbish. I don't know if you're a United fan and getting a bit too giddy tonight, but inject some of that 3.75 billion money the Glazers want for the club into my veins. Peace. Take care, people. Love.